Je peux aller par là? C'est ouvert.
Good afternoon. This is Monday. I'm broadcasting from London, and I'm very, very pleased to have amazing guests today. We had a couple of other rich inspiration moments earlier, and we are coming back for more because with us is a very good friend of mine, coming all the way, broadcasting all the way from Switzerland. Giselle, are you with us? We can't hear you.
You cannot?
Yeah, we can. We can hear you now. Yes.
It's okay.
Tell us, where are you right now?
I am in the United Nations building, you see, the UNO, because there was a conference for women and peace.
Wow, how exciting is that? And with us, joining us uh, from Atlanta, right? It's our beautiful friend Bella. Bella, we have Giselle with us, and we are going to share a couple of stories today to inspire each other and inspire the world. Giselle, tell us, what are you doing? Because your story is so beautiful and your book is so captivating. You can't put it down once you start reading. But the today's story, tell us, what is happening today.
Uh, I have created my company. I make watches made by women for women, and they are the symbol of the talent and energy women share all over the world. And
Yes.
today, the whole day, we were speaking about women, women, future, peace, and all these things. And there were people speaking from all over the world about the contribution of women in all fields of life. And it was really very, very interesting.
Wow, Giselle. So tell us a little bit more about the idea of creating unique watches for amazing women.
There is a lot about this because I am convinced that women should develop their talent and be all what we can be. And so I was working in the watch industry, and I decided to create a unique watch for women with women to symbolize our value, our energy, our talent in all fields of life. And I chose to create a symbol. You can see, you
Yes, we
see,
can see
it
it.
was
Yes.
not organized. So I just have my watch to show you. And but you can find more about my website, which is Delance, DELANCE.com. And I have developed this watch with women. So it is the symbol of our talent and energy. And the meaning is that the diamond shape is a symbol for life. It is a womb. It is motherhood. The spiral on the top is water, femininity, moon, and the stone on the south is masculinity and sun. And you have the infinity connecting masculinity and femininity to create life for eternity. And it is, if it is a symbol of womanhood, it is also a symbol of harmony, because we can make the world a better place with men. We have to work together. So it is also this symbol of harmony with North and South, East and West, men and women, white and black, everything. It's, for me, it is very important.
Giselle, you've been empowering women before the word empowerment was introduced in our language. So take us a little bit back to those times when women could not vote.
Oh, yeah. But I have to tell you that uh, my mother was, my father died when I was 8 years old, and my mother was 28. And by chance, she had a shop, and she employs uh, only women. And so I grown up with a woman, my mother, who was already very involved in women issue, and was one because she was a woman alone, and by chance she could survive because she had a small she had a small business, and I grown up with the certitude that being a woman was great, you see, because in the, when you live in a city, you see the butcher, but the woman who takes the money, it is the wife, or uh, all in this shop, all the person who is the most important is on the front, and he's uh, taking the money. So for me, I grown up with this sensation, a feeling that women rule the world. But, but, when I enter the the watchmaker's world, I could discover that it was not the case. I was a woman in the higher position in the Swatch group, and I will not tell you everything. You can read my book. I have a book about my story, but I was faced with the situation of women that we have to fight against jealousy, against men wanting things that we don't want to give them. You see, and that was really uh, something difficult for me to be confronted to this situation.
Wow, Giselle. So you managed to navigate through all these um, harrowing times, and
Yeah.
look at you now. You are such an inspiration to me personally, and to millions of women around the world for which you opened this exclusive club. Tell us more. Who is wearing the beautiful Dolan's watch around the world?
That is also something that you can find on my website under the title of ambassadrice, ambassador, women ambassador. I have uh, um, women who are Nobel Prize. I have very famous actresses. I have engineer. I have all kind of women. But you see, also you will, if you go to this page with the ambassador, women ambassador, also women who are women, just women, and who, yes, what can I say? Each woman can bring something on this earth, on this, yes, on this world, and that is the most important. You can be famous or you cannot be famous, but to be a woman is great anywhere.
Such an inspirational um, moment for me to hear you speak again. I know because of the pandemic we couldn't meet, but we used to meet regularly, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see you in London very soon. Hopefully we'll organize a soiree for you, and more women will have the chance and the privilege, the
Yes, I
humble
will come
privilege.
in June. I will
Yes.
be there in June, and I hope to see all of you and having the chance to speak with you.
Thank you so much, Giselle. Giselle, thank you so much for being here with us. So we are from all continents right now. Bella is in the US, Maria is in South Africa, and Tia, who is my co-host, she lives in the United Kingdom. We just heard from Giselle. She's been a pioneer for women's rights and for celebrating women, for women to learn to celebrate each other. We would love to hear now from Bella. Bella, the mic is yours, all the way from Atlanta.
Greetings, ladies. I hail from Atlanta, Georgia, the USA. It is 1:09 p.m. and I'm gladly, although in pain, and I'll explain my short story, proud to be a part of Dr. Marina and Tia's team. I'm talking slow because I want to tell a story and I like to contribute, Dr. Marina and Tia, if I may. I know the topic is what are you zen in your life? And I just want to share with everyone who hears my voice. I zen, take the breath. What do I mean by that? Dr. Marina and Tia know on my way doing and minding my business in home in Atlanta, Georgia, trying to get home to continue my business because I'm an entrepreneur. I got sideswiped. Yes, the unexpected always happens in life, doesn't it? Thankfully, I'm still here to tell this story with Dr. Marina, but I was semi injured, had to go to the hospital because in Atlanta, Georgia, the USA, which happens in London, the UK, and all across the world, you ladies know it. It's called just life, busyness on the expressway, and someone missed a step. And fortunately for me, I'm still here to tell about it. So I'm talking very slowly because I'm under heavy medication against my doctor's orders. But Dr. Marina and Tia know who I am. I'm a little thing called a disruptor. When I really believe in something in life, sometimes you have to really sacrifice yourself in different ways. And right now, mine is just physical pain. So, Dr. Marina, Tia, I am so glad to be a part. Um, did not want to be a part hurting, but you ladies know how I am. So if I can impart anything to everyone who can hear my voice, it is this. Some of you might think category, hey, she's on here, she had an accident and she's heavy medicated. Is it really that important and serious? That group of people, yes, it is. Because in life, sometimes everyone, you have to really take a hit. And I hope my words and my dialect, as you can see, I'm an African American woman, but we all say the same thing. Just the communication is different. So I'm talking slow. Yes, I'm under medication. Yes, I'm committed to the Rich Woman Teen magazine, which, as we all know, leads off with Dr. Marina. And Tia knows I love her because Tia is brave enough to ask the world the questions people don't want to hear. And they don't want to hear the answer. And you know why, ladies and gentlemen? And everyone's hearing this across the wide spectrum because we are all one. It's called human mankind. Just some of us are a little braver than the others to speak and use their voice. So, Dr. Marina, Dr. Tia, you all know I'm in a little pain. But no, 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 no. I don't want pity or any of that thing. I just want to demonstrate that an African American woman who really doesn't intimately know Tia or Dr. Marina sees no color. The reason why I'm here, I want to really send a strong message. Color doesn't matter, nor sex. Tia, Dr. Marina, as I'm saying it slowly, I do not know intimately, but this is an oxymoron. And I know I'm at an adult level where you understand what the word oxymoron means. It's friction, right? It's like yin and yang. It's like up and down. It's called life. It doesn't matter to me who Dr. Marina looks like. It doesn't matter to Bella what Tia looks like. I can clearly see externally that they're not of the same color, but you know what? It doesn't matter because our hearts, Dr. Marina will emphasize this, and Tia, our hearts are one because this is not a moment what Dr. Marina is doing with her team. It's a movement. And what is that movement? Ladies, particularly, we don't exclude men, do we, Dr. Marina and Tia? But we have a responsibility because we're women. We just focus a little bit on the women. And so, what am I saying? Does anything make sense? I want to bring a strong message because I've been doing it silos, meaning by myself, holding it down in the United States of America. And I knew with prayer and supplication and whatever, everyone has that thing, that higher calling, because I don't want to disrespect anyone's ethnicity. I don't want to disrespect anything. But I know what I know, and it's called human mankind. We all have it, and I connect it spiritually. Something that you can't see, something that you feel. It's called that gut. And I heard Dr. Marina and I heard Tia, and I said several weeks ago.
I think your internet, your Wi-Fi dropped. Thank you so much for being with us, Bella. I really appreciate. I hope you get well soon. We are sending you lots of love, and we believe that there is soul in everything and everyone. Tia, the mic is yours.
Hi, everybody. Hello, Dr. Marina and all the other guests. So lovely to be here with you on a Monday evening. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And yes, I love this question about Zen, right? How do you Zen? Because I think in today's busy, busy world with so much going on, and we are so hyper-focused on doing, we are human doings, not human beings. And I think it's really important that we have a way of disconnecting, that we have a way of coming back into ourselves, coming back to self, coming back home. Like you always say, Dr. Marina, coming home to self, and you know, in our environment and everything else. So you know, it's an interesting question because we've spoken about this before, in many different ways, in terms of you know, finding that thing. But I always have to remind my own children, as a mother, I have to remind them that you are a human being, not a human doing. And because they get so swept up in the doing part of things, right? We all get so swept up in the doing part of things. So for me, I have deliberate practices. I've probably, I'd say, near on 8-9 years ago now, I have been practicing gratitude journaling. So I was very deliberate about rewiring my brain. Because of complex childhood trauma, I really struggled with negative voices. I was hyper critical of myself, right? I was the biggest driver in my life, and I was always a super achiever. But I burned out. I hit rock bottom a few times, actually 3 times. So this is how hard I learned. But I've now, in the meantime, learned that what happens with trauma is very quick, very hard wiring. And so when you're an entrepreneur and you've got to, you know, face a lot of stress and a lot of there's a lot of moments where you have to do stuff. It's really hard when all this hard wiring came up. So I turned to gratitude journaling, and gratitude journaling was the thing that I will always tell you is almost saved my life. Because what happened with gratitude journaling is I would start, and knowing that's the way I do things in overdrive. I wouldn't just do 10 gratitudes. I would do 100 minimum. So I started off by filling sheets of gratitude. And every morning I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and gratitude journal. And it really helped me to rewire my entire thought process. Now I don't have to do it. Now I literally open my eyes in the morning when my alarm goes off. I get up and I just say, I can easily say 20, 30, 40 gratitudes. And that is my practice. That's what I do. Then I'll go downstairs and I'll sit beautiful and quiet in my favorite spot downstairs, really nice and quiet. And I will do a meditative practice and gratitude journal. And I think to me, that has really been the thing that has really transformed my life. It's transformed me as a person. And I'm always looking for the pragmatic side of thing. That's just how I work. That's how my brain is put together. I'm really practical. I'm really pragmatic. I'm creative. I'm a very creative being. So what gratitude journaling did for me was I could take a pen in my hand and actually write. And I write and write and write. And in that process, I became Zen. right? It is my Zen practice. So, Dr. Marina, you were asking about how do we Zen and what do we do? And I will always recommend a gratitude journal. And actually, a vast part of these books up there are gratitude journals that I filled over the years, and I've kept them. I keep them. And I want to tell you that a lot of people say journaling is really great, but I couldn't journal. Actually, I couldn't journal. My mind was so toxic that I couldn't journal, right? Because the only stuff that came out was negative. And because I'm so deep, and I'm actually quite a deep person, the more I journal, the deeper I would go into the hole. And I was like, oh my word, I can't do this. So actually for 4 years, I stopped journaling completely because I was like, I can't go inwards. It doesn't work for me until I'm healed to that extent, until I'm really zened out. So now I'm actually at a point again, thankful to say the last 2 years I've been journaling again. So I can now gratitude journal and journal because I'm now positive. I've reframed my entire brain. I've reframed my thinking and retrained it to be, positive every day. But that's how I Zen. So thank you for this question, Dr. Marina, and thank you for having me on today. It's really lovely being here.
Thank you so much, Tia. We are working together, the Inspiration Desk. So makes sense for me for you to be part of this conversation. And joining us in the studio is Frank Sonius, the author of, and this is not the very first time I'm saying, but I'm going to say it every single time, the author of Trapped in a Dream, Who is Living the Dream. Frank, how do you zen your lifestyle?
My lifestyle. I travel a lot. You can see that I am waiting the bus because I have to catch my train. That is why I am traveling. I work from home. I have my office in my house. I am a grandmother of 3. I am a mother of 2. My son is 52. My daughter is 50. I am not a vegetarian, but I don't eat a lot of meat, just from time to time. I am an ecologist. I take care of everything on our world because the little things can be very efficient. I love beautiful things. I prefer to buy items from artists than big brands. And what else? I very much like to enjoy life. I try to take time for myself. I will be 76 the 1st of June. But I continue to make a ballet, to dance ballet. What else? I very much like to be with friends and with family. And I like to cook. It is the opposite. I decided that I like to cook because I have to cook.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Giselle. Frank, welcome back home. How do you zen your life, Frank? The mic is yours.
I thought, what was happening? What's happening?
So we've been joined in the studio by amazing friends from around the world, all the way from South Africa to Atlanta, Georgia, and Giselle has been speaking from Switzerland. She was outside the UN offices, and she just ended a beautiful day working with other women to be celebrated and to learn to celebrate each other. So how do you zen your lifestyle?
Well, for me, it is really difficult. It is. I've got an anxiety disorder. They call it like this my whole life already. So my mother was in a concentration camp in Indonesia, and all those things that happened there when she was a little girl, a little woman there, and those fears I inherited, and that's why the anxiety disorder is. So I have to do a lot of Zen, and for me is really, I've got a house in the woods, and it's 10 minutes walk, and then I'm in nature, and it's I see everything now, because when I came out of my depression, out of my living in my mask, I found out that when I wrote my book, and that's I experienced that 3 years ago. I experienced that I really walked there for 15 years already. And now the last 3 years, because I'm now who I ever always wanted to be. And now I walk in nature. And guess what? I see everything. I see musk, I see deers, I see birds, I spot everything. So sometimes I see people in the restaurant and they say, "Oh, I walked for 2.5 hours. I saw nothing." And I walked for 1 hour and I saw all the animals, the beavers. I encounter them all now. And it's like because you find your why, because you find yourself, it's like you're open to see it, and you're open to, and also now, and that's a little bit difficult for me, I attract so many people now who feel something with you, and they all come, and of course they know a little bit now about my book, but it starts happening now that people say, "Oh, it feels so good, and you know so much," and but yeah, then I of course tell the story that, yeah, when you go to deep water, finally you will find the beautiful water, and the beautiful waters. I am in that state now. I see all the beauty around me, where I first was always trying to find some relaxation, some try. But now I don't have to do so much for it anymore. But it's I want to give it away, and that it's like I want to show people the path to go to, and some has to be dirty, but I can also show you now the path that can make it easier on you, and it's so much fun because I see everything myself now much better and much clearer, and 10 years ago I had to listen to music. I had to shut myself down to sit in front of the TV and look at a TV show that I didn't like, but to stop my brains, I had to do something about that. And now it is different. It's yeah, and I think I'm so much more Zen now because I found my purpose in life. I found it's also my passion. It was always my passion, but now I know why I am doing it, and it's my gift. It's my gift to the world to show people, that there is a way. There is a way, but it's not going to be easy. But there is a way, and I love being Zen with my people, with the people who I trust, and that are the people sitting here, and it's yeah, that's my Zen, and yeah, I'm getting there. I'm doing my best.
So thank you so much, Frank. You are right. Um, Becoming Zen is feeling in alignment with who you are destined to be, and doing that inner work, working on yourself, on how you enjoy life, and how you understand the beauty and the wonders of life. I would love to thank you everyone again. We have a couple of guests who are on a yacht somewhere on the ocean. They try to get in. They are sending their love, and hopefully next time they will be able to join us. But until then, thank you again for joining us. And remember, there is soul in everything and everyone. From myself and Tia and everybody at Rich Human Magazine, goodbye. Lots of love.